with Ribbon Branch Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to do a little honey black bear cutie. And so what we're going to need today is this is a 2-inch foam square. I have these in my Etsy shop. You can also do this in the 2.5 and the 3-inch size. So however big or small you want, this is up to you. I have this little cookie cutter. I think this is meant for like flowers. I got this from Walmart. So we're going to use this or something similar if you have it. I got these from Amazon. These are little honey sticks. So we have, we're going to use one of them. And then I have some of our little wood bees. And of course, you got to have a pair of resin eyes. You can get resin eyes in my Etsy shop as well. And we're going to start with some, this is Ribbon Branch Crafts. I sell this also in my Etsy shop. This is the yellow air dry foam clay that we're using. And we're going to start off with this. And we're just going to condition it a little bit. Get it nice and stretchy. And then we're going to roll this out, and we want it a little bit thick. Okay. Not real thick, but a little bit. We want to have kind of about that thickness or so. Then we're going to take our cutter. Okay. And then we're just going to pop this thing out. And that's what that gives you. Just kind of clean your edges up if you need to. And that's all we need for the yellow. Then we're going to move on to start working on our bear. We got our black out. This is just the regular old black. And we're just going to roll it just to make sure that it's long enough and wide enough to cover whatever size square that you're using. Okay. And then once we get that, what you're going to do is we're going to use our tacky glue. And just go around a little bit. Set it on there. Then we're going to fold our sides up just like this. Okay. Bring your other side up. Make sure your clay makes contact with each other. And we're just going to trim that part off. Smooth it just a little bit. And we're going to trim this just like we do. And then remember, keep the face, the part that you're going to put your face on, face down. And we're just going to push the clay around and get it worked around. Okay, so we got our cube all covered. Okay, so now we're going to find our front and we're going to put our eyes on. And this is just clear tacky glue. And then we're going to take our eyes. Okay, and just kind of give them a good press so they're good and in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little ball with our black and do our little cut it in half trick, just like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a break on the face for just a second, and we're going to finish up with our black here. And what we're going to do is roll this into a ball. Okay. Then, actually, I'm going to use a little bit more. And then we're going to cut it in half. And now we're going to roll each of those into balls. Okay. That one. And we got two. So then what we're going to do is get you a ball tool or something similar. And we're just going to go straight in to our our little ball here. And see, if you get this little divot here, that's okay because we're going to be clipping that off anyway, so don't worry about that. So now we're done with our black, and we're going to move on to the next color. It's the baby pink that we're going to do, and we're going to use this to put into our ears, and we're going to make the little nose out of this. So let's go ahead and do the nose first. Just get you a little ball like that. And then what we're going to do is take the side of your finger and we're going to make a little bit of a cone shape like that. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to flatten our top. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and just put that right on. Now we're going to put our cheeks on. Okay, that's what we got so far. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little smile. You can take this size or you can take a bigger size if you want. And I'm going to go in at an angle like this and then angle it and go the other way. And that's the kind of mouth that that'll give you. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our baby pink and we're going to roll a couple little balls about the same size. Okay, and we're just going to drop them in just like that. And then we're going to go back in with that same ball tool and we're going to press in again. So that's what we have. Now the next thing that you're going to do is we're going to trim off where that dent is and we're going to cut right to the pink, but don't cut any of the pink off. Okay, so that's what we got for that. Now to put your ears on, you're just going to kind of center them on your head and just press one side down and then press the other side down. Okay, and this is what we got. Now we're just going to go ahead and blush his cheeks. So now we have our cheeks all blushed and ready to go. And we're going to go back to our little flower shape that we cut out. And we're going to put some super glue on the bottom of our bear. And then we're going to go ahead and center this how you want it. And just press them in just a little bit. So this is what we have so far. So then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our little honeycomb and we're going to go ahead and attach that. So I'm just putting super glue where I know it's going to make contact with my bear. And I'm just going to hold it in place for just a sec. Okay. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to get some of our little bees and we're just going to pull the little sticky back off and we're going to start adding our honey. So to use our honey, we're going to use the yellow jelly that I have in my Etsy shop. And we're just going to start a pipe in. We're going to go around the bottom of him, but you can do this however you want to, okay? Wherever you think you want some of that look, okay? So we got that. Now I'm just going to finish embellishing this a little bit. Now, since this is still wet, you can just put your little bees right on there and it'll stick right to your jelly, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put some on our little honeycomb here. Just wherever you think it needs. Wherever it needs some honey. And then we're going to go ahead and just put our little bees on as we go. Make sure you have your bees, face in various directions. Okay. You can put a lot or just a few, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead, since I don't have that much left. We're just going to go ahead and goop it on there and get this used up. Okay. I'll just go ahead and put a little bit here. And then I think I'm going to put one more bee right here in the front. And there we go. We just made us a fun little black bear getting in trouble with the bees and the honey pot. So I hope you have fun watching this project, and I would love to know if you guys recreate this. I'd love to see pictures of your creations, and I hope that this inspires you to want to make something with air dry foam clay. God bless you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.